I couldn't think of a name for this one, so I just called it a whatchamacallit. It fits. That was another attempt at doing triangles, just other than faces, and that's would I. Of course, there's one in the back that's would I? Would I? Well, yes, I would. And then if you don't do anything, like say they'll fade out like this here, but polyurethane, they come right back out. And I call this one Mother Nature. Linda's got other names for it. She says, how does a woman get her back rubbed?
Do you give your wife back rubs?
Oh, yeah.
There you are.
He does too.
Okay. Well, come in the house. I'll show you what the house looks like. Anyway, this is a painted picture of a paying floor being painted.
Okay.
Now, what do I mean by that? With a little inspiration, a little perspiration, a little curiosity to try to catch the moment. Now I'll turn the lights on here.
Oh, look at this.
Down. You know, that's what the beer bottle balls look like without light on it.
Oh, wow.
I can do the Caddy's little dance, like Charleston, and I can still smile like a Cheshire cat in Alice in Wonderland. 600 in the small one, 1,200 big one. There's two rebars going vertically and horizontally a foot apart from each other.
Wow.
Not too bad we was playing around.
Not too bad.
We had the advantage when we built this, we didn't know what the hell we was doing, so we did what we wanted to.
That is
Yeah.
stunning. I mean, you don't expect that when you're on the outside to see how the light plays off of that.
That's
Yeah, I like the way
cool.
those blue bottles point out. You know, you can see the third eye up there. And see all these different elevations of trailer house frames. We haven't even had our own elevator in the house. We made an elevator. You know, if you walk by, here, let me turn the lights on now. See what's a little, see, you got inspiration here, perspiration right there, a little curiosity coming out of the cracks, and you try to catch the moment and go with it. That's it. If you walk by the blue face, it'll follow you.
It will follow
It'll
you.
follow you.
Let's see. Yeah, you're right.
I have a little fun with this stuff. People ask me, do I think about this stuff when I'm doing it? No. I think of absolutely nothing when I'm doing this stuff. I listen to Black Label, Society, Meatloaf, Bob Dylan, Dead, Paul McCartney, Linda Ross, that really big Frank Zappa, Metallica, not necessarily in that order. Here, it's our elevator. It's a forklift.
It's
A forklift. Oh, this elevator wanted $20,000 for a dumbwaiter, $40,000 for an elevator. We spent $2,500. It's a forklift.
A forklift for an elevator.
Yeah. All there's, like I said, all these lower levels are made out of trailer house frame. It's a heated concrete floor from it to be.
Wow.
They say the average house in Topeka costs $1,200 a piece. Any 1 year doesn't cost $1,100. But then we're twice as big as, or 3 times bigger than most houses. This is a picture of the pond. This is my wife's favorite right here. I screwed over 2 clothes on the wife's half of the bed one night. Men are such animals. Let me turn some lights on.
So this is your wife's favorite right
Yeah,
here.
men are such animals.
Is that what she named it?
Yeah, well, she says men are beasts. And then this one here is how do you paint an experience? Well, you sail right through it.
How do you paint
An
it?
experience, you sail right through it. And this one you paint your own future because you got the only paintbrush. This is creativity. How come creativity has such big feet? Because she's raising all the boards up looking for boredom. That's why it's a painted picture of a painted floor being painted. That's why this painting is called bored.
That's wild.
Have you ever studied art at all?
I got kicked, I took photography class my senior year, got kicked out of photography class. They want your idea of photography is sticking in an 8x8 room with a Sears and just taking pictures. So they kicked me out of photography class and they stuck me in art class. And I got kicked out of school 5 or 4 times my senior year because my hair wasn't any longer than yours is now. So in art class, I had a guy holding a bomb blowing the school up. I said, it's a metaphor. Stagnant water stinks. You're out of here. Well, hot damn. But they passed me in that course with a D minus because we don't want you coming back. Well, good enough for me. Let me turn the lights on. Oh, this one here is called Tomorrow.
It's called what?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
What do you mean tomorrow? Well, you took your next breath, your next step, you're already headed towards tomorrow. You don't know quite what's going to be there, but you're still there, but the train doesn't left the station. Woo-hoo!
Ah.
And here's, well, let me turn the lights on. This is the unknown.
You know.
Yeah. Here's the
Yes.
the doorway into it.
Right.
Now I tell them it's a gesture. Ron Lessman's Truckhenge, call Regional Art Park, Shawnee County Recycling and Preservation. If you read between the lines, it says crap from scrap.
You want to hold this? Yeah, I want to take a picture of this. That is so cool. Crap from scrap.
It really was a joke. Now, now I'm holding up like a badge. And I called, now the blue one there, one of the things people were worried about when I started doing some of these wood carving stuff, well, what if you screw up? Well, what if you screw up? There's worse things in the world than screwing up. And not trying to begin with is screwing up worse than a screw up. So I've learned to take your critics and throw it right back at them. What do I mean? What if you did a screw up? Oh, so I did a screw up. I'm always looking for shoes, Christmas lights, lighters, and license plates. Channel 19 was here out of Kansas City. They were here a couple years ago, but their claim to fame on their own right, they had the world's largest ball of videotape. I said, your guys don't know I started the world's largest ball of Christmas lights. Okay, so I'm looking for shoes I throw in the trees, Christmas lights, biggest ball of Christmas lights, license plates I just hang everywhere. But I'm always looking for cigarette lighters. Why would you
We don't have that.
Well, no, why would you look for cigarette lighters? Because I build walls out of them. Why would you build a wall and a cigarette lighter? That's going to be the lighter side of Truckhenge. And then the green picture there. There you go. I call this one my illusion or delusion.
Oh, cool.
It works on the great big picture, it works on the square.
Yeah, it does.
Now you got to move the plane around.
Oh, so cool.
And then they ask me, do you do this stuff when he's on? No.
Doesn't work as well.
No, you have to have both.
But I try to have a little fun. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Where do I get my ideas? The seat of my pants.
I just see it.
In the yellow picture, that's a picture of the wife. I was at a picture of your wife, which is the sunshine of my life. Shawnee County has steadfastly denied us an occupancy permit because we won't let the county in this house to test the water. I said, show me the law. I said, I gotta give you a water test. Well, there isn't any. I don't let liars in my house. You ain't coming in. They bring the cops with them. I get along fine with the cops. They tell the cops that they're there because all pull a gun and threaten them. I said, that's a damn lie. If I pull a gun on a county official, I've been in jail. I'm not trying to hide anything. I used to look the line fucking county in my house. Cops go, we don't want your house. It's none of our business. I said, it's not a matter of business. I show everybody my house except Lion fucking county. I show the cops my house. They love it. They even brought their friends back. Now, the county park's on the other side of the house from where you are right now. Now, you see the 4 speakers over there?
Yeah.
There's 4 more right over here. Remember the rap group, 2 Live Crew?
Yeah, live room.
2 Live Crew. They put a song out, get the fuck out of my house, bitch. I played that so loud you can hear it all the way to Dyke. The cop just laughed at the county. So we try to have a little fun. Anyways, see, these are all trailer house frames. Instead of trying to hang just tools up, we just played with them. Now, here's what I'm working on right now. My iris.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That reminds me of a piece in the Visionary.
So,
Yeah.
The Wire Man.
so I just did a little guy over there, so I figured I'd do that 8 foot. Maybe I'm going to put I do things for Halloween, so I'm going to put a moose, but snakes come out of her hair.
A Medusa. Yeah.
It's taken me 4 days to do this already.
And
Only 4 days?
Yeah.
yeah, this is amazing. I can't photograph it too well here. But
Oh, I can turn the open lights off the door up and make it better.
oh yeah.
Made his forehead a little bit too big. I might cut that forehead back. Not too bad, we're just playing around.
Playing around, yeah.
Well, I've called every art gallery in Topeka, Wichita, Lawrence, Kansas City, Omaha, Denver. None of them showed except for Lucas, Kansas. They've been here a couple, 3 times.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Midwest art scene, their idea of art is landscape.
We know, the woman we know would see this as art.
Cool.
This is what she showed.
Well, we've had the Ladies Red Hat Club here a couple years ago. They come in there all their big fancy clothes. Their husbands came with them and they look like bankers. I usually don't get bankers down here. But by the end of the tour, they had their suits and ties off and broke out a big old gallon wine and they had a good time. We had Mensa here last week.
Mensa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were here. And
Yeah, one of my ex-wives was a member of that.
They said I inspired them. What the hell? And then you notice my bridge held my concrete mixer.
Oh,
We
yeah.
gotta go back out there.
And notice the bridge, it's another trailer house parade. That was the last wood carving I did right there.
When did you do that one?
July.
Okay, this year.
June, yeah. I did all the ones in here in front. I did it took me about 2 weeks to do all those. I was popping out one a day.
Yeah.
You know, obviously she's pregnant. She's naked, got a punk haircut, and got a snake wrapped around her. You can tell what kind of snake it is. Remember the story about Cleopatra?
Cleopatra. Yeah. Okay.
What kind of snake was that?
I don't know.
That was
asp.
an asp.
An asp. Okay, right.
Well, this is an asp wipe. Look.
An asp wipe. Oh.
See, I let the wood itself see the growth rings. I can't do that. I just follow growth rings.
Right.
And how long you say that took you?
This one took me 2 days. That's everything. Oh, they're just mud. I just a mud dauber.
There's
That was just a
something
mud
around
dauber.
my hat.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
What is it?
Oh no,
There's a
gone.
bug on your head.
Oh, it's
Don't
a
worry
mud
about
dauber. They'll leave you alone.
Yeah, but
Oh.
I'm allergic
Oh.
to some.
The county said I couldn't have any loose metal. Okay, so I made a buffalo right here. County goes, well, we don't recognize that as a buffalo. I said, that's because it's extinct. Well, why is it blue? It's a water buffalo. And then I did those two up there for Linda. The one on the left I did for her birthday last October, and the one on the right I did for Mother's Day.
Oh, cool.
I'm getting a little better. These are my, gotta have a little fun with this stuff. When the ice age was here 1.5 years ago, when the ice age melted, that's why I called the Colorado. The river had been swishing back and forth here the last 1.5 years, watching stuff in from Montana, Wyoming. And what do I mean by that? These are great coal, and this was an ocean, so these are 65 million years old. These are, where is it at? I don't know. Well, these here kind, I find, these are called stromatolites.
Okay.
These are as old. These are what changed carbon dioxide into oxygen. So these are as old as 1 billion years old. I find gobs of these here. Lots of clams. Oh, you see right there in the tree where the oars are stuck up? Have you ever heard the expression either or?
Yeah.
Well, that's or not. Before I did the little lady, I did this one right over here. The guy just looks bewildered. You know, I collect train cars.
Oh, yeah.
The guy I got that train car from says it was the exclusive car for the racehorse Man of War. Not! Man of War retired 10 years before that was built. Although of the 10 built for Santa Fe back in 1930, Citation and Secretariat would have rode around there. Of the 10 built for Santa Fe, 3 of used racehorses, mine and 2 are in museums in California. That's why they were called the Horse Express train cars. I still have the stalls left there. We still have room in there for 80 people. A live band still have room to dance in there. The county said, you didn't get a permit to put that in there. I don't need a permit because it's considered personal property. Well, it's going to float down the river, so that weighs 90 tons. When we have concert, which I have a theme on concert, one of the themes of the concert was aliens, so I do aliens on the board.
Oh.
Anyways, the guy just looks bewildered. The little kid doesn't want to be in the bathtub because there's no water in it. And I like the way that face turned out on her, or him, or wherever it is. Just a little different. Everybody wanted me to do bears and eagles, so I did triangles. Remember the movie It?
Yeah.
Yeah. John Boyd Walton, with him and his buddies were all scared of the clown.
Okay.
There's the clown. I don't come up with the story till after I'm done with the thing, because it doesn't make any difference what I start out with. It could be anything else when I get done. The stories come afterward, just, here they are. Anyway, so I did the 2 naked ladies there. I had to do one for the ladies. Okay?
Right.
So he's noodling.
Doodling.
And he can tell you about the one that got away. You know? And then, my wife said none of my stuff has smiley faces, so I did a smiley face. And then, don't fall asleep at the parties. I just like the way the face turned out.
Yeah.
Just 2 hours. 2 hours all take me.
It reminds me of somebody.
And then I wouldn't want you to think you've been hoodwinked. And then that's Larry Moe and Curly or Jet Black and Macho Libre. Halloween. This is our last party.
What is this?
That's our last party.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like beer cans to me.
Well, when we have parties, we tell people just throw your beer cans out on the road. We'll roll over, smash and pick them up. We had a big party back in 10, and we picked up 125 pounds of beer cans. Big party we had back 20, we had picked up 150 pounds of beer cans. This is my flying horse. See the wings?
Yeah.
In
Yeah, I
my
can
head.
see.
And then there's your not there.
Yeah. Or not.
We gotta have
And
more
it
fun
has
with
a
this.
shoe up there too.
Oh yeah, we have shoes in all the trees. We have a whole forest of lost souls. You remember the screamer?
Oh yeah.
This is before he scram. Before scrammer. This is Foxy. Welcome. And it's just a little bitty other things. Here you go. Look at this one here. Now, I like the way these faces turned out. This is just water. Just water. Look at the way the face turns out.
Yeah.
This is Popeye. Not too bad, huh? And then there's the Keep On Trucking and Boomer and see the little face that I put in there. Just hammer and chisel. As soon as you quit worrying about smacking your hand on with your hammer, just hit it hard. Those are the first 7 I did. And you'll notice if you look at any of my sculptures, if you look at one of them in the eye, they all follow you after that.
Andy, Mike.
Yep, friends of mine or people I've known that died.
Oh.
This is Dragon. Dragon.
I like that one.
And then this is our friend Charlie. Not too bad for you playing around.
He's sticking his tongue out
Yeah.
at the counting.
And how long did it take to do?
Oh, a couple hours. A couple 3 hours. I'm just. Oh, here you got mine. Cool. We try to have a little fun. That's the whole point. But I did this like 5 or 4 years ago. Little kid sticking his head over a fence for a window going, what's wrong? This is would I? Yes, I would. Little lady turns purple when it rains, purplish. And how do you carve a head out of a block of wood? You start chipping away. Just, all you do. Remember the movie Total Recall?
Oh yeah.
Where the mutant comes out of the guy's belly in the movie? Well, I did a frog, human come out of a frog like, Ice Age. This was one of my first Halloween ones. You put your fingers in between teeth. Not too bad. Now these, I said, if I take the, well, I can't. This is ground to the ground, but the mouth would all be red. The eyes would be red. Now these 4 here, I did these last fall after my brother died. So if you walk by them, the faces follow you. Not too bad, huh?
No.
I use upholstery tacks for eyeballs.
Actually, I'm stunned. This is
Yeah.
so good.
Cool. You ever watch the Star Trek movies?
Oh yeah.
Remember Star Trek 6, where Captain Kirk gets thrown into a Klingon prison planet? Okay, the warden sends the goon to beat up Captain Kirk. They're sitting there fighting, and Captain Kirk kicks the guy between the legs. Nothing happens. They're sitting there fighting. Captain Kirk kicks him in the knee, bends the guy over. Iman is David Bowie's wife in real life, plays a shapeshifter on that movie. She looks at Captain Kirk and says, not all aliens have genitals between their legs. And I'm going to be accused of cutting off his woody. I tried moving an arm saw. It fell over and broke off. But I'm not going to cut off his woody. No. That's where we have our stage for concerts. And then these 2 down here. Now all this stuff here I did 3 years ago. The first one here is saying how to shield our mask. And then the second one here, I've been married for 38 years. I know who the boss is. Little guys get crowned by little ladies. Boink. What surprised me, these things have been dead for at least 5 or 6 years before I started cutting them. They still split like crazy after you cut them. That was my attempt at bears, but my bears look like pigs, my pigs look like dogs, my dogs look like bears. So I quit doing it. But I didn't miss this stuff, loving it. See, I can't do something where it's set, if I put the picture in front of me, it never looks like the same thing.
This is a really nice one.
Cool. That's a worm with teeth. Or some people think that it's worm on Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then, remember in the Star Trek TV show where Ron Howard's little boy, or little brother plays the alien, and as you know, they had the teleprompters, and he had he was a little kid looking character, but he wanted to look like more powerful, so he had this goon playing for him. This reminded me of the goon. I left the little monster out. Halloween. And you watch the Star Trek Outer Limits TV show, where the astronauts went to an alien planet and they're all freaked out because there's aliens. What's an alien planet? There's remind me of the aliens. Big guy, little guy. Aliens. Remember George Burns' show?
Oh yeah.
Good night, Gracie.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Good night, Gracie.
Yeah.
And then that's Alf or Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars. Those last two up there, up on the row there, are catappa trees. This is the inside of that tree. You don't have to, pieces don't even have to be perfect at all. Just play with it. The TV show I Love Lucy.
Oh, I love that.
Fred Mertz.
Okay.
Everybody does Lucy. Well, I did Fred. This is bureaucrat stuck in a hind titty off human misery. And then that's another Halloween one back there. When I do these faces, I let the faces itself help me decide what it's going to do, i.e. a curve right here, a shape. I'll get so far into the face, so the face will look at me, get the fuck away from me. I'm done. They tell me when I'm done. I'm done. The Queen of Hearts. Oh, this one here, this is my idea of a dragon. Some people say, well, we've never seen a dragon that way. I said, huh? And you've seen a dragon?
And the dragon collects coins.
Yeah. We had a biker party out here one day. Nobody let them come in because they had such a bad reputation. Well, get your asses down here. The cops called me, I knew what I was getting myself in for. I said, no, but that never has stopped me before. You have 500 motorcycles coming down here at one time, sounded really good. When I figured 600 bikers, I'm going to have all kind of beer cans up the wazoo. When the bikers left, I found $1.35 in change, 5 beer cans, 3 plastic water bottles, and a lighter. So what kind of crowd am I? You left it better than you got it here. That's the Queen of Hearts. A friend of mine, Sonny, was saying, you notice that none of my stuff have hair, we got hats on them. So I put a hat with a beard playing a guitar. And then a friend of mine wanted me to do a Mother Earth one, so I did a Mother Earth one. And then the TV show I Love, Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh yeah.
Big giant head. Who else is there? Oh, Sonny went next to my son's house. So we tried to have a little fun. And you see those trees there on the east side? That's the east side of my pond. And then I did these ones here. That big tower right there, the neighbor gave me that big tower over there, said it was full of corn. I used to raise hogs. The guy said, what are you going to do with that? I said, I'm going to make a storm shelter out of it. Well, you got to concrete all containers in. So I put it over there and put 12 yards of concrete around the bottom of it. You didn't get a permit, put that in there. I don't need a permit. Permit's required for a structure. It's not a structure unless it has over 150 foot of floor space. They thought I was going to lay it down. I picked it up. So we have constantly people put their names and handprints on it. I've got a stairway over there in the weeds. I got a weld to the top of that. That'll become my tower of rabble.
Tower of
rabble. We tried to have a little. That's the whole point. Have a little fun here. And then I did all these little carvings right here. One on the corner, little kids sticking over a fence, a window, what's going on. And then I did those little ones right here. And then there's Boathenge, Truckhenge, Beer Ball City over that way, plus the bus. That's where everybody wants to get their pictures taken.
The bus?
Yeah. People from Germany, China, Japan. And what I used the big tower for right there is I got a hole cut into it, and I got people bring grass clippings and leaves into it. We dump that in there. When it turns to mulch, I throw it out in my garden area. We had a mud volleyball concert out here about a month ago. We had 200 people here. We had a beach volley party about 3 weeks ago. There was about 200 people at that one too. We try to diversify as much in here.
A mud volleyball party.
Yes. Yeah, right down there where all the grass is starting to be a little greener right there. We had it all plowed up, run water on it for 3 weeks, got it about that deep in mud.
Oh.
And they had mud volleyball.
That's an idea.
If they weren't muddy, the other team picked them up and threw them in the mud. They did fun, so it wasn't like anybody. But Topeka is so square. I don't mean that, you know, they just want to be so prim and proper. Well, I'll explain why Kansas was the last state to vote against prohibition. Or vote.
Kansas was?
Yeah, Kansas was the last state to.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Well, they say Colorado used to be part of Kansas, and they didn't want those dirty gold diggers in the state. That's why they let Colorado be part of another state. Well, you dumb motherfuckers. And then I say there's all kinds of trucking here about city boat in. We have concerts, we spread it. Everybody, when they want to have a concert, want to pack them in like sardines. I want people to walk around. When we have a concert, the fires shoot about 50 foot above those trees. We had a bonfire over here at 20 and it lasted for 3 months. Well, the logs, well, you can see the kind of size logs that burn up there. Anyways, that's the pond down there. When you see the pond there, you can see Boathenge or Beaver Bar City, whichever you want to see.
Lead us on.
Okay, let's see the pond first. Sure. See, my pond, this gravel all came from 20 to 40 foot below where we're standing. That was my $50,000 experiment. It was, really. I bought it for $3,000, knowing the axle was bad, and sent a guy off for $3 grand to make me another axle because I knew the axle was bad. I never seen him again. Then I had the local Caterpillar company come out. They charged me $40 grand to fix it, and then the clutch went out, which wasn't their fault. So I had the clutch fixed, and then when I went down the pond, came back up here. When they fixed it, local company fixed it originally. They forgot to put a bearing in it, just ruined everything. So I shot $50 grand. All that WIP comes from the state capital or state hospital. The county, I had pallets of bricks. You know what a pallet is?
Yeah.
I had 500 bricks sitting on a pallet. The county said it was going to float down the river. That's a ton laying on a pallet. So I used all this crap. You ever heard the TV show Sister Wives?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were on the Christmas show 2 years. It'll be 3 years ago. That's coming.
Really?
The Cody didn't. The Cody loved it. Called us the national treasure. And we had about 200 people visit from that. And then we've had. But the middle wife thought we was anti-government and out in the boonies. No, I'm not anti-government. I just don't like bad government. And two, I'm not out in the middle of the boonies. I'm 10 minutes from downtown Topeka. So I took, you take your bricks and throw it right back at it. So I took 2,000 bricks from Topeka and point that way. Here's my pond. It's 30 acres, 30 foot deep. I used to tell people it looked like the state of Oklahoma. Now it's more like a B-2 bomber.
How big is the property total?
63 acres. Well, 62.9.
Including the pond.
Yeah. The much ground you see here, the pond's that big. They can ski 3 high out here easy enough. That's a little beach area down there. And that only took 15 years to build that. That's what I said. You see that ground on the other side over there where that big tall cottonwood tree is? Bartlett and West is the biggest engineering firm here in Topeka. They do all the engineering work and computer work for the county. They do all the engineering work and computer work for my neighbor over here who's giving me all the crap. For the last 30 years, nobody had record of who owned that ground. Yet the neighbor rented it from the city. They got it from the county commission 5 years ago and said, nobody claims that ground. We had a survey, we say it's Myers or Winters, whoever they said it was. I got it from the county commission and said they're lying out their ass, that's the city's property. Oh no, they got a survey. They had it surveyed by the biggest engineering firm in Topeka. I said, I don't care who in the hell they are. They lied out their ass. It's the city's property. The county commissioner goes, oh, we'll have to see about that. The next day, the county gets a letter from the city saying that's their property. My neighbor and Bartlett West tried to steal 120 acres from the city. After that, the county left me alone. It just proves I'm not the biggest, but these guys are bigger crooks than I am. So I just cost him $40 million worth of sand. That's why I said I pissed off the biggest shots in the town. I don't care. Well, you have to respect us for the government. No, I don't. There's no rule saying that. If they can say boats float, this was their explanation. Boats float. Boats are made out of metal. Therefore, metal floats. Therefore, any loose metal is going to float down the river. I looked at the county engineer and the county attorney and said, you got to be the dumbest motherfuckers I met in my life. Well, you can't say that. You haven't got a college education. I said, if you can say that with a college education, prove my fucking point. So they leave me alone now. In fact, they passed the ordinance last year. If you have a special event on your property, you have to get a permit. If
you have a what?
A special event. And the special event is defined as anything out of the ordinary. Anything. If it costs you $800 just to apply for the permit, then it costs you another $800 to get the permit, then it costs you another $800 for insurance. They made Truckhenge exempt. So hey, I can do like all these parties all the time. Well, I'm out here in the middle of boonies, and Shawnee County area is zoned residential, commercial, and industrial. I'm surrounded by industrial and commercial ground. My downstairs is zoned commercial. So they don't care. So we try to have a little fun here. The party goes, they camp back over that area over there, and then the tree line, you walk behind the tree line and get all the way back on the north end. So how's the company that I had the trouble with beat the company I'm with? They bought the company. Then it took me 5 years to kick them out of here. So, and then they almost went bankrupt. They had to sell all our equipment off. So anyway, the county wanted to know what these boats had to do with my fishing business.
You have a fishing business?
Well, yeah, that's what it's for.
Oh, okay.
I stocked it with 25,000 catfish 15 years ago. I started out back in '96 with 153 foot long blue cats, and then every year after that was 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 12,000 were 6 inches long. And I put in 20 and 30,000 perch and bluegill at a time, plus 100,000 minnows at a time. And the county wants what these boats had to do with my fishing business. I said, don't you know they're going to be my whaling wall? Fishing business. Well, you know, you ever heard of Roadside America?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were here.
That's where we found
Okay.
it.
They were here 7 years ago. I did the painting after they were here. They seen my house when it was at that time. And they seen Truckhenge and they seen Beer Bottle City. They said, what does that have to do with Stonehenge? And for whatever reason, out of my mouth came the sun always rises. Well, what the hell does that mean? Remember the movie Planet of the Apes? Where Charleston Heston finds the Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
Well, I decided to make Boathenge. Boathenge is my version of the Statue of Liberty. And the sun come up. That's Boathenge right over here. So these are the excess boats from that. What I planned on doing is just jumping, if my crane would have still worked, I was going to dump these boats in the pond. And have like one you scuba dive for them. But then my crane broke down, so. And the only thing wrong with the crane is the clutches went out. Well, nobody wants to touch these old clutches anymore. I say that's where our concerts are. And, how can we leave the kiwis laying around? Because Doug like to eat it and I like to eat dove. It's kiwi, it ain't pie, it's kiwi.
You like dove?
I like to eat dove, yeah, I like to eat dove. Of course, every time before hunting season, you feed these dove all year long. And then for the last 10 years, right before hunting season, the cold they disappear hunting season. I don't hunt myself, no, I don't hunt. But I got friends that do.
So these wild sunflowers growing over here?
Yeah, these are all wild,
Those are nice. We've been seeing them everywhere.
Oh yeah. Well, when I expanded the size of my pond, I dumped the dirt over here on this hill here on the west, over here on the south. Pond dirt has no nutritional value. It is dead soil. Dead, dead, dead. So I've been growing clover in there in the field behind that. I dumped in 30 pounds of wild bird seed, which is a little bitty black sunflowers. They didn't do no good at all. We had a drought here hitting in July and they quit growing. But where I put the mulch in the big tank, the wild sunflowers are now about 15 foot high in there. That was what's left of my dump truck.
That's what's left of your dump truck.
I had a dump truck, a crane, an excavator, backhoes, you name it, I haven't played with them. You can actually carry these things up. Had a 5-4 transmission. Sounds complicated, but it's really easy to run. You can put 25 ton on that thing and drive it. The motor's still good. It's just, I didn't need the doors. I didn't need windshields. I didn't need brakes. I don't need those things. My dad said before he 51 foot, the thing was all level. Yeah, we've got 2 major highways within a couple miles of us. And we got two railroad roads within a couple miles of it, and 3 highways within a couple miles of it.
Chasing a rabbit.
Oh yeah, a lot of rabbits down there. A lot of rabbits. Too many rabbits. I got too much crap to run around, and I was can't catch it. Anyways, you see trees go all the way back to the west. That's how far my pond goes back there. And that's Boathead. They told me pick my, you know. We let people put they say Cadillac Ranch down in Texas, they had the whitewash those Cadillacs every 6 months because people ride on them. They say the paint on there is 2 inches thick. I have a goal now. So I had paint, but they used them up. So I let people put their names on the thing. We had 4 girls that had their 60 or 40th high school reunion a couple years ago. They wrote the Fab Four on the one, and when Sister Wives were here, they wrote that. They spent 45 minutes painting on them.
Oh.
You see those trees all the way, my pond's on the other side of those trees on the west.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say those both here. When I buried the county's car, I knew I was going to be getting in trouble because I buried their car. So when they tore down the state hospital, I got the clean rubble, the rock, dirt, concrete, brick. Well, it had rebar in it. I didn't want the rebar going into my pond, so I cut the rebar off and threw it in a great big pile. After I buried the county's car, I shoved that pile into a bigger pile. That's when they said I couldn't have any loose metal. So I started taking individual pieces out of that loose rebar. I don't bend it because I'm lazy. I just take individual pieces and start seeing how I can put them together. You can see the first one there on by the third boat there. That's my tree knife. You heard my roll of crap. Yeah, that's the whole point there. How come you don't get along with the county? Because I don't put up with bullies, and neither should anybody else. Oh, I give people these souvenirs. If you all want souvenirs, I got a couple other piles.
That's all right.
What's that green coral and other kind of stuff? People just poo-poo this, but it's river rock. But in Georgia, all they got is red clay and white quartz. That's all. In Florida, they have no rock at all. These are that brain coral. Or as I tell the kids, zombie brain! See, look at how many quartz and colors in that you get.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And then you get the normal quartz and stuff, but you can look at the variety of crap we get here. These red rocks, like, well, I don't see in here, but some of these
have a guy that's trying to dive into the rock here.
Yeah. Well, I'd pick up anything. We got well, I can't remember the name of it now. They have anyway, they got a treasure hunt thing goes on here too. We're one among 250 here, I guess, in Topeka, where they do treasure hunts and they put their crap here and put your name on it. Had a brain fart. Can't think of what the name of it right now.
So somebody else organized it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a worldwide thing. We had a girl that was from the Topeka area. She was stationed in Paris, and she seen Truckhenge, and they had Truckhenge from that. That's my tree of knowledge. I say I don't bend this stuff. I just find it and just start picking it up, moving around, see what I can play with.
So that means if you touch it, you will get knowledge?
Well, I hope so. or you've heard my world of crap. We have all the high schools bring one of their art classes here at least once a year. Several senior citizen centers come here at least a couple times a year. A couple of mental hospitals come here once or twice, a couple times. When we had the Wartburg University come here a couple times. Well, they've been here for 5 years now. And I told those kids, I said, I got one thing over you kids explicitly. Why is that? Well, I got no expectation of being good. Well, that's what they got to prove something. I don't have to prove fucking thing.
Well, a lot of stress, huh?
Yeah. Well, that relates to your art. And what's the little black figure doing? Of course, he's fanning the plane. And I get about 200 high school seniors getting a picture taken every year. They put their names on the boats. And then I say when Sister Wives is here, that's where it's between the barrels it says Topeka and points that way. And this other one says Boathenge. And then I light these off for Christmas and holidays and parties.
Oh, that must be some sight.
Mm-hmm. Well, these run off from the one train. So, I run up.
Here.
Yeah, it says Boathenge.
Boathenge.
There's a Boathenge.
Yeah.
You can see it from Google too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, there's 2,000 bricks in this.
Doesn't look like 2,000.
No, there's about 150 bricks in each one of these.
Oh.
We try to have a little fun here. And like I said, that one says Topeka. But how come the second one, little figure, has no head?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer out here! And then the first one up there is dancing in the moonlight. Yeah, see, people, tell me how many cans of paint we use this year. We use about 25 cans of paint this year on these. Paint don't go very far. But people write their names, they write their logos, they write names. I like the way that everybody worries about painting over other people's names. That's the whole point. Write your name, take a picture of it, slowly put it on, and then the paints fade together and all that kind of stuff. The pictures fade together.
They just bring like spray paint,
yeah.
spray paint with them.
And then when Shawnee County told me to pick my containers up, I made Beer Bottle City. You see those concrete blocks on the bottom of that? Those are 3,000 pounds each. I put 4 of those under each one of these, 2 scoops of gravel at 8,000 pounds a scoop, a ton of iron, and 4 yards of concrete. 21 tons under each one of these, yet the county said they're going to float to Lawrence and kill everybody in Lawrence. That's why I cop the attitude about the county I have. But they leave me alone now, so I can say they're okay. And that, the people...
So they're not bothering you now?
No. Good. And then if you stand by, depending on the time of day where you come in here, if you get a sun on right on, they'll give you a halo effect. If the wind's in the right direction, they'll talk to you. There's 1,800 in this one, 1,800 in the second one, and 3,000 in the first one. You see the concrete rebar that back there? Mm-hmm. That's what I was getting brought in. That's what they said was going to float down the river. Okay, there's no rules. My great-grandmother planted daylilies in my front yard. I've taken that daylily patch and cut it down by half a dozen times, spread daylilies everywhere. I used to have a lawn service. I don't want to mow anymore than I have to, so I want to get as many plants out here that take care of themselves and take care of the birds and the bees. And I don't have to. That's a big scary monster that's going to invade Lawrence.
That's what?
A big scary monster that's going to. Oh, remember the movie Space Odyssey 2001? Mm-hmm. This is my monolith.
That's your monolith, yeah.
This is a big scary monster that's going to invade Lawrence. And you see how on the inside of the wall there, how the light's affecting all the brown bottles. How come we didn't throw the chairs away? That just shows we're all laid back around here. Something different anyway. It took me a week. It took me a month to build 3 of these. I was really pissed at the county. A bucket of sand, or a couple, big old scoops of sand, buckets of water, and bags of concrete with a wheelbarrow.
Now, don't tell me all these bottles are from parties here.
Oh yeah. I quit taking bottles though. People think if you throw bottles in the weeds, they'll somehow survive. Well, they do survive. That's the point. People run over and smash them. Yeah, broken glass is a pain in the ass.
You got the bigger jug type of bottle.
Yeah, eyeballs.
Yeah.
And then I got all these big whiskey bottles for $10. Bottle bottles, nobody wanted them. I'll give you $10 for those big bottles. They don't make big bottles like it. And then beer bottle tree. How come people ask me, how come I'm throwing the bicycles in the trees? Because I can. And you can see on the inside of this one.
Yeah, it's almost like a kaleidoscope.
And then you can see that the halo off the brown bottles right here.
Oh yeah.
Not too bad with the plan. I didn't, I just played with it.
But yeah, it's cool.
Well, we wanted to have that big tower over here. We had a windstorm down here and knocked over the conveyor belt sand plant. They were going to scrap out the iron. Scrap wasn't worth anything. So let me have it. So this part of that conveyor belt, this first one and third one are part of that conveyor belt system.
Is that a nest in there?
Yeah. Bird nest, and there's muddubbers nest and other ones, and bird nests and some other ones, and had very little breakage on these. Now, some ones that are broken, people try to climb on them. And then those brown pillars right there, those are the core joints where they remodel the state capitol. I'm going to make it a reverse time capsule. I mean, everybody goes, what do you mean a reverse time capsule? Well, everybody buries their time capsule. I want to show everybody my crap right now. So the rebar, I want to get it cut loose from out there. I'm going to start whirling around those pillars and whirling around that tree like the tower in L.A. Yeah, guys got that big tower there in L.A.? He's got these towers that are as tall as these trees where he's filling full of crap. So mine's going to be reverse time. I'm trying to show everybody my crap, so I'm going to make a reverse time capsule, i.e. a tornado, and we're whirling around that tree and fill it full of crap. We have conscious people, these sunglasses, shoes, you name it, they leave it here. We had some girls that were hula hooping across America left a couple years ago. They left me hula hoop. People, so it's not like all they're my shoes. They're not all my Christmas. People bring stuff in here just for the fun of it. It's not like they don't participate directly, but they show up to bring their stuff up. We try a little fun. People get most people get the idea. I think that about 98% of people who come here like it. 2% definitely don't like it. But they're the Kardashians and the Wally Cleavers. And when we had the sand plant, that's where the scale house was.
The what house?
The scale house. When they run the big trucks over, that's where they scaled them up.
Ah,
The weigh station. It was full. We had a mild winter a couple of years ago, so it got full of mosquitoes really early. Well, I didn't want to put chemicals in it because one of the ideas using it is to fill it full of water and put fish in it. So I don't want to put chemicals in it. So what do I do about the mosquitoes? Well, then the frogs figured out the mosquitoes were in there. It was full of frogs. What am I do about all the frogs? Well, then the snakes figured out the frogs were in there. We had 8-foot snakes that year. Fat snakes. We had no mice that year. And this year we ain't had nothing growing there. And then
this fence is perfect for people tying things on.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I got a fence over there. I do that with too. That was my first attempt at chainsaw carving right there.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody actually cut that. When I got the plot, the guys seen me on TV, and they brought that truck, that stump down here. Somebody actually cut that tree down to the house in this place. That's actually only when the wood's thrown away. That weighed 5 tons. There's 3 faces in there. I should have, some of it stayed away with one. That was my first chainsaw carving.
So when did you start
Chainsaw I started about 5 years ago. The trucks here were put up back in 2000. Shawnee County couldn't win on anything else when it came out to property tax on the pond. Since I let people fish on the pond, that made it recreational, therefore it's commercial, therefore it's not agriculture. And tried to charge me $1,000 tax on my pond. We went to the state board of tax appeal. I said, that's how I market my catfish. The state agreed with me. I'm agriculture. The county goes, we don't know what you do down there. I said, all you got to do is look down this driveway and tell I'm a farmer. Well, how's that? Well, I've got a bumper crop. Oh, are you trying to fuck with me? I don't even try to mess with them. Then they came after property tax on the trucks and tell it they're on the trucks. They say they're vehicles. I said, they're not vehicles. They're art or they're signage. And what the state said, what do you mean signage? I said, the middle truck there on the left there says freedom is a loss. That's the whole thing of my farm down here. You don't need a license, you can drink a beer. Well, the state said, that's not agriculture. I'll say, what would be then? He would say something about you're fishing your tomatoes, so I roll to the backside of the truck and go fishing my tomatoes. The state said, that's agriculture. The guy goes, no, that still makes it a vehicle. I said, your definition of a vehicle is a mode of transportation on the ground. If you ain't on the ground, they ain't go anywhere. Well, that still makes them a vehicle. The state fired back the county, not only aren't they vehicles, not even real property, they're real properties and just not personal property. They're not worth anything. The county tried charging $1,800 a piece. I got $1,800 back there, but all of them 20 years. This one says Lessman Farm. Truckhenge. That's the one that pissed them off the most. Yeah, on the cab, now the top of the cab is faded out. If you trucks can't stand while you fight the county there. You can't compare us. I said, y'all just make up the rules as you go along. Memorial Liberty won't be until you fuel tax it. Not that I'm religious, but take a little fuel tax, don't decide what's going on because you're a fucking job. Fuck you. No, you gotta respect the rules. No, I don't. There's my world of what Christmas like. How do you know that's the biggest one? Have you heard of another one?
That's true.
You never know it. Have you ever? You ever been to Lucas, Kansas? You know where Lucas, Kansas is?
No.
You know where Salina is?
Oh, yeah, we went past that.
Okay, well, too bad you didn't go Lucas. Lucas is the Kansas Restaurant Association is, and that's where the Kansas Restaurant Association is, and the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden was started by a guy back in the 1890s who got pissed off the Rockefellers and Vanderbilts. Was throwing the country in a depression, so he put up these 30, 40-foot high concrete statues with big demons and angels fighting big bags. A guy from Topeka here called named Brooke, that Kansas Restaurant Association, he took the old-fashioned beer cask and made a full-size replica of he midget. Took some more beer casks and made a full-size replica of a motorcycle. When I was there 7 years ago, Rosalind Chilton is director, she still is. She was jokingly saying that all the artists are making ladies with big hangy titties. Her words, not mine. So Rosalind, when I get back home, I'll do one for ladies. So I took the 1/4-inch thick, 4-inch angle iron that were the window wells out of the state hospital. The county said I couldn't have any loose metal, so I made a self-sculpture, and the wife was quickly pointing out, it's not realistic. That's my self-sculpture. That's why this is the place. There is no place like this place, so this must be a place. Well, the county told the court, I've been on 5 different jury panels in 6 years, and I'm the first one kicked off every time. Every time.
They kick you off.
They kicked me off. They said, you have a problem with the judicial system. I hold my hand up. What do you mean? I said, the county took me to court and charged me with criminal public nuisance. And that judge didn't say a damn thing when the county told the county you couldn't hold the county to the high standard of reasonable doubt, which our whole system is based on. I said, that tells me right there the judge is either ignorant, a fool, or being bribed. I'm the first one up at jury every time. And the judge, they don't question me. Those red rocks all came from Montana, Wyoming. That's how far they came down here.
So that's your memorial to truth, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of stuff I was getting dumped in here. That's what they said was going to float down the river. That's why it says on the bus. This is the place. There is no place like this place, so this must be the place. Everybody said they would just drive right through Kansas because everybody's got a Sue's Museum. Nobody's got a Truckhenge. That's my self cover.
When did you do this?
Oh, these have all been done at least 7 years ago. I did this back in 2000. I did Big Ball City in 2002. I did the boats in 2007. And then everything up to, just kind of filling each other.
Can I get a picture of you and that next to that with your hands like that? Yeah, right. That's this is good.
Cool. Hey, I'll make fun of myself. I don't give a fuck.
I just thought you did it while you were talking.
That's the idea. They're acting like I'm trying to hide something. No, I put these trees in here not to stop anyone from seeing, to stop the dirt. Well, you're trying to stop us seeing. Stop us seeing what? Well, we don't know what you do there. It's none of your fucking business anyways. Anyways, when I played Two Live Crew for the county, I wrote Zone to Speaker Mine, Warning Mailed Idea. When I got the plat, that's where it used to be right here. But somebody stole it, but we got it back. We thought they stole it for scrap metal, but the scrap yards has got my name plastered all over it, and scrap yards won't buy bronze. They'll buy brass and copper, but they don't buy to make the two-up buffer. Anyways, when the county brought that search warrant in, they said I brought in rock, dirt, concrete, and brick. You all have heard of Easter Island?
Yeah.
I've only got one rock, so I call it Esther. Yeah. County bitch, because I had a few spare tires there around. Who doesn't got a spare tire around? They just chose my friend who's been here so long, the wagon doesn't rot away. Now, must be nice, or rabbit. Yeah, I called the Topeka Art Guild. They never been here. Noto, which is North Topeka Art District, they've been here once after the article in Kansas City Star came out. Oh, you're so bohemian. We love it. Never seen them again. Let's Help is local charity here in town. And they did a Monopoly game as a fundraiser. We gave them $1,800. We were going to buy the cheap Baltic Railroad. They left us, those working farms, tiny town, $1,800. That's all the I was going to say. Show them the house, show them the boat in, show them truck in. A week and a half later, they sent our money back to us. You're too controversial. I hold that up like a badge. And let's visit Topeka had a treasure hunt a couple years ago. We were supposed to be the first ones on the treasure hunt. They say put something on your door telling people what to do. And as an example, over in Little Russia, they have a restaurant called what the name of the restaurant is. Anyways, they have a picture of old man Maritsky, whatever his name was, and you have to take a picture by that picture. Okay? So I put a note on the door. If you want a tour, come on in. Otherwise, look around. If something puts a smile on your face, take a picture. That was too complicated. Wait a minute. What's complicated about putting a smile on your face? It's like they're trying to make some big... Anyway, and you see that where the tall sunflowers here? That's where I put that mulch in that big tank. Look how tall they got. Yeah. Well, that mulch is just good. I've been planting tomatoes in there for the last 45 years, and they didn't do any good at all.
So here's a question. When you were a young child, were you always...
I do in school. Not in art class, just drawing. Did those rat big looking guys drawing the cars back in
right.
that kind of stuff. And other than that, I didn't.
But what kind of student were you like in elementary school? I'm just curious.
Average.
I'm just curious because I
was good in math. I could out-math the teacher in math. And
I hear you quoting all these numbers.
Oh well, that's just because I'm doing all that. I'm pretty good at math.